Sup, boys? Sorry, sup, guys? It's your boy Justin with another Tokusatsu Thursdays review today. I know I said I wasn't gonna do any more till like Christmas was over, but you know what? I might be going to see Avatar 2. I don't know yet. So I decided to review Avatar 1 for Tokusatsu Thursdays, which Tokusatsu, remember guys, means special effects film. And this is one of the most famous special effects films of all time. This movie, back in the day, was a huge deal. It made like almost $3 billion in the box office, right? With only a $237 million budget, less than Batman versus Superman, which though that might be more if you count inflation, because they're like what 6 years difference. So yeah, this movie's directed and written by James Cameron, starring Sam Worthington as Jake Sully, Zoe Saldana as Neytiri, Sigourney Weaver as Dr. Grace Augustine, Michelle Rodriguez as Trudy Chacon, Laz Alonso as Susei, which I had no idea that was Laz Alonso, but then again, who knew this actor back in 2009? Which, if people don't know him, he plays Mother Milk on The Boys. Joel David Moore as Norm Spellman. They're not giving me the rest of the stupid cast. You had Giovanni Ribisi is in the film as the corporate guy, and the movie this movie probably made the dude's career is Stephen Lang as Colonel Quattridge, right? And for people who know who Wes Studi is, Wes Studi is also in the film as Neytiri's father, right? So this movie, a lot of you guys are gonna give me crap for this, but I actually really enjoyed this film, right? I watched the 3-hour version of this film, right, on the special edition DVD set, which comes with like 3 discs, right? You have to watch it. You have to watch the movie on. It doesn't matter which version you pick. You have to watch the movie on 2 discs, right? And I picked the longest one. Though my disc was scratched, so I missed I think 40 seconds or some shit, which was like fucking piece of shit. This fucking disc was scratched when I first bought it, man. Cause these stupid cardboard these fucking cardboard DVD sets are retarded. Don't put the fucking disc in a cardboard sleeve. It's gonna get fucking scratched. But yeah, let's get into what the movie's about. Which the movie takes place in 2154, or at least that's when he gets to the planet, right? Pandora. Which the movie's about. Jake Sully plays this injured Marine vet who took a spinal wound and lost the ability to walk, right? And one day, after getting kicked out of a bar, 2 corporate guys find him and tell him, yeah, your brother has been killed, and your twin brother has been killed, and we're offering you a job to take his place on the Avatar program to operate his avatar, right, on Pandora. Which the Avatar is a cloned human hybrid body that looks like the native humanoid race of people on Pandora, which are the Navi, right, which are blue cat people, right? Which are a mix of Native Americans and Aboriginal Africans with their tribes, with their tribal stuff. That was their inspiration, right? So once he gets there, um, once he gets there, he after being separated from his group on like a recon mission, right, or whatever, he gets saved by Netiri, which is the daughter of the chieftain, right, of one of the Navi tribes, and gets like integrated into their group and becomes this like this awesome hunter, right? And like is ordered to like learn as much about them from the Colonel Quattridge, who's played by Stephen Lang, right? So they can figure out everything they need to know to get the Nave to leave their home. So the company that's funding the whole like Pandora mission can mine the floating rock mineral, which is called unobtainium. Which a lot of people made memes about that back in the day. That was probably a thing that James Cameron probably just like, you know, if you're a writer, sometimes you have trouble writing names for shit, so you'll just come up with a generic name in the meantime. So when you go back, so you can just like, you know, so you can just like write the fucking script or whatever, or story, and then you go back and edit to change the names and shit. He probably forgot to do that, or was like, fuck it, good enough. Right, so it's like, yeah, it's like this really dumb name for the stupid floating metal material, right? Which I forget how much they said the fucking thing is worth. It's like 20 million per ton or some fucking shit load. I don't fucking remember, right? It's worth a lot of money, right? And you know, at first, you know, he was like interested to do the mission for Colonel Quattridge because he offers them he gets offered the operation to fix his spine so he can walk again, right? But ends up falling in love with Neytiri, and like, you know, and the Nave people as a whole, right? And joins this rebellion against the corporation and their Marines mercenaries with the help of like the scientist, right? Which is the head scientist is Sigourney Weaver, right? So what did I think about the film? This is like my third or fourth time watching the movie, and despite the fact that the movie is like fucking 3 hours, like I just breeze through the movie. The movie visually is like an immersive like world. The CGI is beautiful. It still holds up to this day. Though some of the CGI here and there for some of the animals did look like video game-ish. Overall, like the CGI for the movie and the mocap that they did for the facial reaction stuff, like, was fucking perfect, man. Not only is the CGI good, but the designs for the creatures, for the world, like looked amazing. And even like the designs for the like gunship, the flying gunships, the amp suit, which is like very anime-esque. This like power armor like suit that the soldiers pilot, right? That even have like a fucking like bayonet on the end of their fucking machine gun, the machine gun for the fucking thing, man. Like the movie, like it's just a badass like roller coaster ride. Like it's the thing where like if you pay too much attention to like the dialogue or the fucking like Sam Worthington's acting in the movie, because like he was an Australian actor, right? And his American accent is not the best at times, which I think he even used like British slang at some like early point in the movie. But I think, in my opinion, like his American accent does get better as the movie goes on, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. But like it sounds serviceable to me. And keep in mind, like these are fucking people from the future, right? So who knows? Like the American accent could be like fucking like wacky if in the future. Who the fuck knows, right? Yeah. But yeah, like the action scenes were great. Like the visuals were great. Like everything about the movie is great. The only fucking problem with the movie is that the movie is cliche. There's bad dialogue at times, right? But overall, I think if you just turn off your brain and you just like enjoy the movie for what it is, the movie, is a good movie. And yeah, the movie does have a very fucking heavy-handed environmentalism thing about it. But besides from that, I think the movie's great. Like fuck, like who cares? Like honestly, and like for people it's the thing where if you look too much into politics of the movie, it's like yeah, it is like preachy, but I rather have environmentalist bullshit in a movie than woke bullshit if you're man bad, like European bad, what I mean. I rather have this kind of fucking environmentalist and corporation shit is bad than that shit, right? Which apparently the new movie has a strong family patriarch message in the fucking movie, which is why I honestly want to watch Avatar 2. Despite the fact that James Cameron apparently gave the fucking finger to fucking to fucking fans. Apparently, for all we know, those fucking so-called fans were fucking had were fucking journalists that were trashing the movie. Who gives a fuck? Honestly, right? But yeah, I if despite the problems of the movie, I think this movie is a solid 7 out of 10, right? Right, and it's worth watching. And for anime fans, this is you could tell James Cameron's a huge anime fan, and you can see the inspiration. The anime inspiration in this film. This movie's the best fucking the best anime film that's not an anime. Which I know that shit goes to fucking the Wachowskis, but fuck that shit. But James Cameron's the best weeb director of all time. So yeah, that's it for this review, guys. And I swear this is the last Hollywood movie we're gonna review on Tokusatsu Thursdays for a while. Our next movie will either be a Godzilla movie or Terraformers on Tubi. So, peace. Ah, fuck.